tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. The guards are Pritchard and White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Conley and Edwards are the guards. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Julius Randle, and it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And this season's still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Now here is Conley. Randle outside. 5 to shoot. Gobert down low. Vucevic defending. Offensive rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Nice ball movement by Boston. The pass to White. Tatum on the wing. Back to White. Pritchard passes to Brown. A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, early on, Brown struggled with his confidence taking threes. Now he's a knockdown threat.
Here's Conley, and the layup is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Pritchard. His last outing, he had 8 points. The kick out to Tatum. From the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Clark, if you had one word to describe Mike Conley, what would it be?
Reliable, steadfast, dependable. And I know that's 3, but I wanted to give you 3 different words I could use to describe it. Only 2 seasons in his whole career has he not played at least 50 games. That speaks to durability and professionalism.
The shot by McDaniels, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch, and we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Randle after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. Here's Gobert, and Tatum pulls it down. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Boston. Outside Tatum. Pass to Vucevic. Inside, Pritchard. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
McDaniels kicks to Conley. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. White with the defensive effort. The Celtics with the lead. Vucevic to the pass to Brown. He dishes it to Tatum. Over Gobert. Goes back up. And Vucevic with the layup. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
Establish his position with a strong base. You got to box out Vucevic better than that.
Back to Conley. And he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got 6 points. So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Typically, there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Here's Gonzalez, and it's G finishing it off.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Dosunmu, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Pass to Shireman. Back to Gonzalez. Passes it to Garza. Here's Queta. Guarded by Reed. Here's Gonzalez. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Here's Anderson. Knocked loose. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. With this break in the action, we can show you the teams that had the most rebounds last season. The Celtics second.
It was really an impressive campaign for their bigs. And honestly, I think the whole team did a great job of getting bodies on bodies and controlling that defensive backboard.
And Boston has possession. After the miss from Kyle Anderson, Shireman can hit. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Now here's Dosunmu. Defense is right there. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Shireman, still without a basket. To the right side. Shot clock at 6. Queta's shot is off. Minnesota in the lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Anderson passes to Reed, and Reed throws it down.
That's what you want to see. Reed playing big in there.
Edwards against Gonzalez. Now the pass to Garza. To the wing right side. Here's Hauser. Shoots the 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 3. And don't go away. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Minnesota?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
On the court right now for the Celtics. The guards are Pritchard and White. Vucevic is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. They get the rebound. Outside for Randall. Goes back up. And Tatum pulls it down.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniel said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough." Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own.
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. The three from Tatum. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Really smooth release from Tatum on that three. Makes that shot look effortless.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And here is Dosunmu. Shoots over White. Dosunmu's shot is off. The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And it's White missing. And Randall has got the ball here for the Timberwolves. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Pass to Tatum over Randall. Up again, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got it all tied up now for the Celtics.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Down low, Conley. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The shot. No good off the back of the rim for Minnesota. They've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Dosunmu with it. White on him. Scooped up. Boston's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Tatum. Tatum with another miss.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
One of the best lob partners in the business, Rudy Gobert.
Celtics trail by 4.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Vucevic to the pass to Pritchard. Fires the 3. Busted. No good that time either.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
Here's Conley. Rebound by the Celtics. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenged shots and really protected the rim.
Boy, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Mr. Gobert. Now, here's McDaniel. T right on him. Gobert can't hit. Celtics trail by 4. Trying to end the drought. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, I like the concentration and focus of White. As he knows he's going to get contact, he's able to score through it.
And that one falls for White. There's always a surprise, isn't there, Clark, in the offseason? Let's go back to 2022. That offseason, the Timberwolves going all in on Rudy Gobert.
Basically, Kevin, they traded 5 firsts plus a bunch of good players for Gobert. It was derided at the time, and I can understand why, but Rudy's defense has taken them to another level, and he's actually been a little better offensively than people thought he would be.
Conley against Gonzalez. Here's Edwards. Edwards getting the close range, too.
Nice mid-range Jay from Edwards there. He's obviously not too concerned about what the analytics say about that shot.
Nice ball movement by Boston. And Queta gets it to go. Queta's got 6. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Conley, the pass to Shannon. Lays it up and banks it in.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Passes to Queta. Outside, White. Edwards against Brown to the inside. And Keita gets it to go. He's got 8.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Knocked away. Now here's White. And here's Brown outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far.
26. The Celtics, 27.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They kept at it on both ends of the floor, and at the end of the period. And that...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Randall out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Randall no good. Boston leading by 4. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history. And looking now at some numbers here for Randall. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 24 per clip, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And every team wants a scorer to give them a lift off the bench, and that's just what he brings.
Well, he's instant offense. I mean, the game's momentum can be going one way, then bam, his scoring turns the tide.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball.
And a look now at the Celtics' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll head home and take on the Toronto Raptors. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Sacramento Kings.
And you know, for that matchup with Washington, it's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 from Tatum.
You know, the mixture of power and balance really makes Randall a threat defensively. You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Tatum's got the lead up to 8 now for Boston.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's McDaniels. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Well, Greg, Boston didn't just win the title. They won their 18th NBA championship in style.
No series went more than 5, going 16-3 in the postseason, Kevin. Half of those wins were by 15 or more. The Celtics really weren't even challenged during that title run.
Out left to the wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here goes Tatum. And oh, the block shot crabs it out at the end. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Gobert. Offensive rebound. He gets that one.
For men close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for Boston. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Hauser. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Gobert against Gonzalez. Gobert down low. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
White, he's checked in for the Celtics. It's stolen by Gobert. By himself. And then Randall slams it in.
Transition, Randall extremely mobile for a power forward.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Special K, we know the trade for Rudy Gobert took some time to click, but now it's looking like a great move.
Well, you know, figuring out how to play 2 bigs in this day and age with the way the game is played, pretty tricky, a slippery slope. And they stayed with it, to their credit, the Minnesota Timberwolves. And once they got it sorted out, Gobert was a force with his defense and his scoring out of the pick and roll. And I think one of the things undervalued in Gobert's improvement is the addition of Mike Conley. They've got a tremendous relationship, and I think Mike Conley's presence has been a real asset for Gobert as well.
Out to the right wing. And Randall throws it down.
Boy, what a throwdown by the well-built 6'9" Julius Randall with power.
Here's Hauser. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. Outside, Gonzalez. White looking around. There's the pass to Garza. Here's Queta. And that one drops for him. Queta's got 10.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Here's Randall. Garza pulls it in. Celtics leading by 4. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Hauser misses. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. That's tipped. And here comes White, leading the fast break. Lets the 3 fly. The shot, no good. The third quarter comes to a close. Celtics out in front. They're up by 4.
39.
And we'll get it.
The Celtics, 43.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate. And how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter. So it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Celtics, they've got G. Vucevic is out there with Tatum. Then there's Brown, and it's Pritchard in at the 1. Timberwolves trail by 6. Bounce pass Conley. Vucevic against Reed. Now McDaniels, 6 to shoot. Good work there as it goes.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And Edwards with the stop.
For a great take by Edwards, making the correct decision in the pick and roll there.
Brown against McDaniel. Tatum on the wing. Anderson with the block.
Stellar D from Anderson right there. Sometimes players, I think, underestimate his length.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Celtics making a switch here. White's checked in. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for Boston.
And they're playing beautiful basketball right now, racking up the assists by playing so unselfishly, just finding the open man.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Tatum down low. He's against Anderson.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. Sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
To the middle. Here's Tatum. Tatum using his size inside.
You know, this has been a totally different half for him. He definitely looks more comfortable now, guys.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Conley scanning the floor. Anderson kicks to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by the Celtics. Vucevic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Count the basket and the foul. It goes on Kyle Anderson.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 4-point game. Lets it go from 11. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 9 rebounds now tonight. And it's Brown missing.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
McDaniels gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. Celtics leading by 4. Pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. And it's Brown missing. Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Pass to Edwards. Passes it to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Edwards, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Looking to end his cold spell. Brown. Timeout. And the Celtics lead by 6.
Brown is so creative at picking apart the defense with his ball handling. You gotta love how clever he is with the ball.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jaylen Brown.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thank you, David. Tatum passes to Queta. Here's Pritchard by Conley. Here's White. Here's Brown. Lays it up off the glass.
Finessing his way inside for the board and the score. How about the effort from Brown?
Edwards with it. Outside Conley. Edwards kicks to Conley. Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Randall. And it's White with the rebound. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Here's Queta. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. They grab their own miss, Randall. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Here's Brown. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfied. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Look, you've got to give Brown a lot of credit for his growth as a shooter. That wasn't something he did when he first got to the league. He put in a lot of work. He shoots it well from the floor and line.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And Brown drops them both.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Edwards passes to Shannon. There's the three, and it's blocked by Brown.
And that's what active hands on D gets you. Brown got just enough of that one.
The kick out to Tatum. Outside, White. Launches a three. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
You know, Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. You know, we were too tense. We weren't having any fun. You know, we started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile, you make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
On IG, live, bro. Yeah, don't do it on IG.
It's a 9 to 5. Ain't got no time for you and I to get it right. It's Friday night. Where's the? Let's take it to another ride. No time to leisure. More time to just get it started. More time to just get started.